Okay, so now that you've gotten the Motif theme installed and you've cleaned up the title and the tagline of your website, the first thing we're going to do is start experiencing creating your first post. Now, one of the things to know about is that you'll notice that in the top bar of my browser, I have this black stripe. This is a little different than the blue stripe of your WordPress account. This black stripe is basically telling you that you've already logged in and that you're actually now in your website of your account and you're in the edit mode. You're able to edit any aspect of your website. That's what this black bar showcases. Now, if you notice, if you hover over the left, you'll get a similarly organized sidebar as the blue edit sidebar that we experienced when we customized and changed our themes. This is kind of a quick reference to that. Now, it is the case WordPress has been changing out its interfaces over the last year and a half, and so some of you are going to have a slightly different overview than others. Mine's an older interface, so I sometimes have a little bit different interface than you guys. So just know that that may be slightly different. We'll get through all of that. But notice again on the right-hand side, that middle button is your account, gets you to your account, and right here if you want, you could just hover over and sign out right there if you want, or go and access other aspects of your account. The other thing to know is when you are browsing your page while in the edit mode, no matter what page you're on, no matter what post you're on, this black bar maintains itself because we're in the actual website and you've logged into your account and you're perusing your website while being logged in. So that editing capability is available to you whether you're looking at some other website and you want to return back. I'll just go ahead and copy this. And let's just say you completely X out of your browser and then you open up your browser an hour later. You can go to your website, and if you have not logged out, you will maintain a login status. So at any time you can edit your website while in your browser. Now, in this case, what we're going to do is create our first post. So we could either go to the posts, blog posts area and add one here, or you can just come up to this little pencil button on the upper right hand corner. This is completely set up for you to post at any time, no matter where you are in your website. So you click on that, and when you click on that, that brings you to your post editor. Okay, so this editor is kind of like Microsoft Word, in that it has a series of editing menus and that you can modify your edit any which way you'd like. Now, the first thing it prompts you to do is create a title of your post. My very first post. And whatever you type here is whatever you'd like. You can change it later, you can change it now, but this is the first thing it prompts you to do, though, is to make sure that you have a title to your post. The next thing I want you to do is understand that some of you, I did that wrong. Some of you are going to see only one menu of items available to you in your editor. And what you need to do, what you need to know, is that all you have to do is come over to these toggle, these three dots, which when you hover over it tells you what it is. It's toggle, advanced, and what that does is give you additional formatting capabilities to your editing. Okay. Now, it just so happens I added some stuff, and all I have to do is delete it. So I'm going to copy it, or excuse me, select it and delete it. Now, I'm going to go ahead and grab some fake text and use it for my post. Okay, so in order for me to grab some fake text or text that looks like text, but it actually isn't. I just went ahead to the Lorem or the Lipsum.com site and grabbed some fake text, copied it from the web page, brought it over, and here I can actually paste the text directly in. Now, before I do, I generally want to click on this one button on this in the lower menu bar with the T in it, and what that does is scrub the text that I'm importing, paste, and make sure that no additional formatting comes across. Now, whether you're going to write directly into your editor or import lettering, or paragraphs from either another web page or a Microsoft Word document, you want to paste it with this button selected, okay? Now, when it pastes, it always defaults, whatever you paste, it always defaults as a paragraph. And once you've pasted it, you now have the opportunity to format your text in a way that makes the post look a little bit more attractive. So right now, everything is the same size and same look in as lettering. Now, if you notice, we have on the left-hand side a draft drop-down, and it gives me two opportunities to either preview the draft or publish it and then revise it if I so choose. Okay, so I'm going to preview the draft, and this then just shows me what the theme's style will appear to be. So here is my title. Here's the date of my post and some options so we can turn on or turn off. And then here's the content that I've pasted and how it looks. And what we see is just paragraph structured lettering. So what I'm going to do now is X out and come back in and format by selecting that which I'd like to make a header. So I'm going to go ahead and click on heading 2, and you'll notice that the format brings forth some sizing and some bolding. Okay, and let's just say that I'm going to have a subheading. So I'm going to go ahead and select this and select the heading 4. So I've got 2 here and 4 here. Similarly, I'll do the same. Okay. Now, if you want to know what you've done, all you need to do is take your mouse and click once on this heading, and it tells you what level and format has been used for any part of your website. So I'm going to go ahead and preview this again. Now this is starting to look good. Okay? We're going to back it up. And this time I think I'm going to add some coloring. So all I have to do is select the whole heading, and through the A link you can click on any color you might want to select and have all your H2s to look the same. You also might want to find yourself creating a separate paragraph out of a long one. So if you put your cursor at the start of a word and just hit enter once, it automatically creates a separate paragraph. Okay. Now I'm pretty happy with this. I'll go ahead and look at preview again. This is looking much better. So I'm going to go ahead and X out, and now I'm going to publish. All right. When you're done, if you notice there was a little bit of a wait there, and that's because you're literally live in the internet. You're working up on a website to edit your website. You're working up on the WordPress.com server to work on your website. And so when we went ahead and published, it took a second or two to take, and then it confirms the publishing through this green stripe. So what we're going to do now is click on this View Post. And now you can see your first post located on your website. So if you click on the Fancy Socks Heroics, or whatever your website's address is, clicking on your title of your website always brings you back to the home page. You can also click on the home link right here, and you can see your first post. Now, as you watch the subsequent videos of what more to do with your posts, you will find there are a lot of opportunities to format, to add pictures, to add bulleted lists, links, lots of good stuff. That all will be covered in subsequent videos as this.